elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back at...
Oh, he's got some space. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Clemson's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Makes the grab. It's Haynes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Here comes Clemson with another first down. The running back has it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline.
Turning it on! He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a gap. It's Payne. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To throw, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. A strike downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of this.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Power football with the run.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Moore. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Release to the back. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Notre Dame right back to the line. Pulls and throws out the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Punt is in the air. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive.
There he goes! The tag! Touchdown, Tiger! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to it. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. It's picked off when they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught over the middle. It's Flanagan. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to beat.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll give it to the back. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And
there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Davidson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Good, right down the boulevard. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside zone 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Nelson. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. Three guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 2 to Texas. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
They'll run the toss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying to get the corner. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Illegal blocking back.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. Might be changing the route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone, too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day.
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
This, a two-point conversion coming. Send the tight end in motion. It's complete to the right. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now trying to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Motion from the wideout. Grab behind the line. It's Flanagan. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Leaves it with the back. Makes his man miss. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on second down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Back to throw, it's Carr. He's got it and still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Pulls it in, it's Haynes. And good morning, there he goes. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Going to sling it on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Moore. Turning it on. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Clemson set up with another first down. The give to the single back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Right on the money. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be... He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
What they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Texas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hebert. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get on the ball.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it. For 6 more points.
Number 81 in the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the outside to the left. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Now on third down for this offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
To the air, it's Nelson. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
In this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
All tied up, under a minute to play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Finds his man. It's Moore. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Finds his man. It's Moore. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. And this field goal might not put the game in the freezer, but it would ice it down pretty good. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. What a disappointment. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Short gain on the play before he slides. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Nelson. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They're working that left side. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. They jump on top here in OT. This lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. To the air, it's Abear. Throws to the tight end. Got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering him. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Second overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. If he houses this, it's ball game. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
And what a mistake by the offense. Here in overtime, throwing that interception. They're now going to give the ball to the opponent. All they need is a field goal now to win.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown!
physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for